Oh, shit. Ooh, that's not good. Oh. Oh. Eh, what can you do? Okay, so I suck at this, y'all. I don't have ring lights. I don't know what I'm doing. Just a general hack. Alright, so here's the deal. I am opinionated. And I'm a feral housewife who has nothing better to do but attempt to make a stupid fucking video. So here we are. Alright. Now, I was watching, what's he called? Da Real A Dog. DA instead of THE. Because, he's cool like that. Anyway, uh, he had a video, has a video, talking about The View and like what that idiot Whoopi's up to and shit. And they actually had Dylan Mulvaney on there. Now, I didn't even realize she was still relevant. I'm just going to call Dylan because I don't want to acquiesce to the pronoun game, but I also don't want to be a complete dickhead. I mean, I got no real beef with Dylan, you know. Personally, I just feel like we all should just call each other by our fucking given names or nickname, either one, instead of even worrying about all the rest of that. I think that would fix it, maybe. I don't know. Hell, you know. Anyways, so I noticed how a lot of times he pointed this out too. A Dog pointed this out also, that people like to say God doesn't make mistakes, and God doesn't. So, but then they misuse that um, for their own bullshit and agendas, you know. And it just takes me right back to how, as humans, we're apt to twist shit for our own agenda, just like how the devil likes to twist creation, because the devil never created nothing. The devil can't create anything. God created everything. Okay? And the devil, all that bloke can do is just twist the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, God doesn't make mistakes. However, humans do. Humans make mistakes, and humans are also led by a million things, from our emotions to those that are more capable of rational thinking to, whatever agenda we happen to be on, be it self preservation or getting the person down the street that you like to like you back in whatever form. Whether it's a friend with benefits or a quickie, just never talk to you again kind of shit, or whatever, something more real. Anyways, I get lost sometimes. I probably shouldn't smoke so much pot. But God doesn't make mistakes. Yeah, God doesn't, but humans do. And God loves all of us. It doesn't matter whether you're transgender, non binary, um, or identify as a cucumber, okay? God loves all of us. And God loves all of us whichever direction we end up, hell or heaven. God never stops loving us, even if we end up in hell, okay? Now, I'm not the end all be all of knowing everything, but if it is heaven and hell, um, which is what the Bible says, uh, you know, uh, God, how do I put this? Well, anyway, like when your parents, they love you, but they don't always love what you do. So there's punishment. Yeah. Your dad will still love you even if you drive over the mailbox with his favorite car. Are there consequences? You got to go fix the mailbox. You got to help dad fix the car. You might have to take an ass whooping. Who knows? Consequences, right? If nothing else, you probably smacked yourself around in the car going over the mailbox, because that's not an easy thing to drive over, I'm sure. Not that I ever have. It does sound kind of fun, though. All right, so there's that. This thing where people feel like they're in the wrong body. Now, like I said, I'm not the end all be all, but there was a time when I used to watch a lot of TLC channel, okay? The Learning Channel. And It's been so long, I don't even know if the damn thing's still there. Probably is. Anyway, I saw a science show where they said that excuse me, when the baby is in the womb, if the mother has something that upsets her greatly and it causes the hormones to flux wrong, um, a baby will come out feeling like it's in the wrong body when it gets old enough to figure out things. Because, see, a girl body, the brain of it is supposed to have primarily female hormones pumped to it. So that way later, when the young lady's running around, she goes, "Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to be a girl and I'm cool with it. My brain even agrees I'm in the right body." Okay? She probably wouldn't think like that, but hell, you get the idea. Same thing for a boy. A boy's in the womb, shit goes right, male hormone gets all up on that brain real good, tells the brain, hey, you're in a boy's body. Because it's a boy's body, right? It's got the little boy parts. Um, so, anyways, when the mother has something happen to her while the baby's still in the womb, and the opposite hormone to the gender of the body that's being created, like, okay, like, I'm a girl, and uh, in the womb, when my body was being made, I was being given girl parts. So my brain needed to know that it was going into a girl body. Okay. So the fact that I ended up with the right amount of girl hormones in my brain allowed me to be like, okay, you know what? I'm a girl and I'm in a girl's body and I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. Granted, I would like to look different and I am working on losing some weight again, some more continually. In fact, I've gone from like 381 down to where am I at now? 257. Yeah, but that's when I was clothed and I'd had cereal and coffee, so really I should check earlier in the morning. Anyway, point is, um, if my brain had been flooded with male hormone instead, I would feel like I was in the wrong fucking body, even though my body was made the way it was supposed to be because God doesn't make mistakes. Now, God didn't make the mistake of my brain ending up flooded like that. That happened because something happened to the mother, and if I had that problem. And so basically, the devil took this thing God created, our bodies, and our ability to carry a child. And sometimes the devil's able to tweak something. And that's when shit goes, either you come out, I don't know. I don't want to be mean. But God doesn't make accidents, but the devil does warp things. And that's why we have things happen. And so basically, um, at risk of pissing off a lot of people, I suppose. My understanding, because of that TV show, is that basically when someone thinks they're in the wrong body, it's a biological hiccup that happened while they were in the womb being made. So to me, that's on the same level as when things hiccup and you end up coming out with like something terminal or uh, I don't know, maybe Down syndrome or something, because I mean, those are all genetic hiccups, Not saying there's anything against them. I'm not dogging anybody that's got the problem. I'm honest to God not. I got no issue, okay? I'm just trying to uh, make sense of information given to me and try to put it out there and see if maybe it helps anybody else, because I mean, if what I heard was true, um, then maybe it would be better if science actually fucking made some sort of hormonal treatment or medication or something that like juices that around different so people don't have to feel so uncomfortable in who they are and what body they're in, gender wise, identity of gender wise. I think that would be a lot more helpful than pushing basically chemical castration and mastectomies and your naughty parts being hacked on. I mean, honestly, I would think that people would feel better giving it a try to see if maybe they just need a balancing um, before they go the full route of something so expensive and permanent and dangerous, because I hear so many stories of people like how their bodies hurt or are betraying them, or um, it's just sad, you know. And I just realized I watch about a gajillion hours of YouTube, and I did not do an intro on this like most people do. I suck. Yeah. All right. Well, so anyway, like I said, feral housewife. Good morning. It's 8:46 in the morning. I gotta get new bifocals next month because I'm a fat old lady. Anyways, oh, The View. Oh, the litter box of The View. Yeah, I can only think the whole reason they had Mulvaney on there is because Democrats and the left hate Trump so much with an undying, eternal zeal that compels them to even exist. Um, and because he signed a thing that says there's only male and female, I am supposing that um, the whole reason The View would even have Dylan on there is for that. Because the things that Dylan had to say, the questions they had for Dylan, the direction they pushed Dylan into saying of certain things, and the whole way Whoopi, that repugnant pile of she-bitch, uh, ran it, is just amazing to me. You know what I would like to see? I would like to see The View get Blair White on there. I love me some Blair White. That girl is so fucking crazy. And yeah, I know she's biologically a dude. She admits it. She has no problem admitting her shit. She and Jeffree Star are two of the most realist motherfuckers out there on that side of the whole playing field that even talk about anything real and call shit out, you know? And I just appreciate the fuck out of both of them for having that kind of courage to not only just be them, but not need fucking labels and not need to fucking cram it down everybody's throat. Like I've probably said before, I don't know if it was on video or whatever because I haven't looked back at my old shit. But okay, if you're transgender, okay, you changed from a boy to a girl or a girl to a boy, it don't matter, okay? Point is you completely changed your sex. You live as a completely opposite sex than you were born to be, right? Okay, say I became a dude. I dress like a dude, I talk like a dude, sound like a dude. Everything I do is absolutely fucking unbelievably male. There's no way that I would ever pass as anything other than a guy, right? Say I got to that point. Okay, say that was my fucking ultimate goal. Okay, surgeries, the whole nine, right? Just doing it, right? Maybe even get me some fake pecs and shit, right? Okay. Why would I pay all that money, go to all that trouble to tell people, hey, you know what, I'm trans? Unless I'm going to have a sexual relationship with somebody else, I don't understand why anybody would ever need to know that about me. If everybody's on their own calling me sir and shit, not because I force pronouns on them, but because for all intents and purpose, they think I'm a dude because I was being a dude and I live as a dude and I am a dude in my head and all that shit, right? Okay. Why would I tell them, hey, you know what, I'm trans? Why complicate all that? Nobody gives a fuck. If you're not getting it on in the bedroom, nobody needs to know if you're gay or straight or prefer the company of fucking sheep, okay? Fucking sheep. Wow, that sentence did not come out well. No. Okay, you get the point. What else? Oh, Dylan. That bloke says he came out at 4 years old to his mom. That he felt like he was in the wrong body. Okay, for one, how the fuck does a 4-year-old know jack shit about being in the wrong body? How does a 4-year-old know jack shit about sexual preference? A 4-year-old can't even decide if they want to be president of the United States, an astronaut, or a chicken nugget that's shaped like a dinosaur. Okay? Oh, wait, they don't want to be a chicken nugget. Their friend might eat them because their friend likes ketchup, and somehow that makes sense. You know, it's as silly as that. Come on, people. Fuck, like kids ain't got enough to deal with predators out there and shit. Came out at 4 years old. He was trans. Oh, come on. Really? Okay, then how come at 14 per Google you were gay, at 24 you were non-binary, And now at 25, after discovering that your love of theater cock blocks you from a buttload of roles because you're not a girl and they want you to be a girl. They want you to be an actual girl as opposed to a dude playing a girl. And now you're doing the ultimate rendition of a girl, actually. Actually, on The View, he was a lot less nauseating than normal. I was pretty surprised. Still not a fan. Only because I find Dylan tiresome. No other reason. Although, Dylan is pulling off a pretty close look of, what's that actress I realized the other day? Breakfast at Tiffany's. Who am I thinking of? Katharine Hepburn, is it? Watch Breakfast at Tiffany's. Take a look. His clothing style, his hairdo bun, behaviors, I think totally that character from that movie. Absolutely. So I don't know if it's coincidence or on purpose, because that person was pretty popular back then. He came off as real innocent and sweet and naive and I'm just a girl. Golly, pretty though. She was pretty. Dylan's coming really close to pulling off the look and all that, though. I hate to say, but yeah, not too shabby on that one. I feel like Dylan's voice has gotten more feminine as well too. I'm surprised Dylan hasn't changed names actually. I had to take notes because I'm a space case. People taking shit out of context, all the fear mongering from left and right, is really getting on my last fucking nerve. I mean, I get it. I do. I get the whole agendas. I get the whole we hate each other. We got things to do, whatever. I just want to know when, in the middle of all that fighting between the parents, that the kids ever matter. The kids being America in general. When do the kids ever matter? I don't give a fuck what your orientation is, your gender, your color, your fucking religion, anything. I don't care. Politic, whatever. I don't care. Whatever it is that could possibly divide us, I don't care. What I care about is all the politicians so infighting so much, confusing everybody. Like there's not enough shit articles out there to confuse everybody. And that's another thing. Anybody out there who might catch this video who's in the media of making articles and junk, please stop taking shit and running with it out of context. There's plenty enough madness going on that's truthful without having to fucking screw it up with taking the tiniest couple of words out of something and running with it. Okay? I get you guys hate Trump. I get, oh my God, okay? I'm not trying to be pro-Trump or anything right now. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to be pro anybody right now, okay? Although that Kennedy guy for an old dude is kind of handsome, I gotta say. Anyways, point of the matter is, they're all fighting so much, and we're over here like little kids watching our parents get ready for a divorce. Nobody remembered to warm up our chicken nuggets, did they? No. But yeah, we're still over here trying to help them fuck each other over. It ain't going to stop their fight any sooner. We need to start looking out for us. And we need to start paying attention to shit. And part of that is those of you who make actual news articles out there, stop fucking clickbaiting all of us. God. And those in politics, will you please stop taking each other's shit out of context and running with it? You're all a bunch of assholes. You all got dirt. You all got good and bad about you. Work with all of that. Fuck, man. And while we're at it, instead of trying to fucking outpay each other of who can have the most god-awful commercials come election time, how about you have things like contests of putting your money where your fucking mouth is? Or how about you do a bunch of altruistic shit before we see if we want to vote for you? How about we see that you've done a bunch of shit for the environment and for America in general before we vote for you? That's why Trump got in over the top of you cocksuckers. Okay? Because he says what he means, and he means what he says. Hate him or love him, he always fucking tells you what he's going to do, and he sticks by it. He doesn't say, oh, I'm not going to drill, and then turn around and fucking drill. Okay? He doesn't say no new taxes, and then you're like, why are the taxes all bigger? Why are they bigger? And then the politician goes, well, they're not new. They were already there. They just became increased because of this, and this, right? All good excuses, possibly. All right? And maybe it's a cover up for them on the take order. Who knows? But the point is like, I get so mad about this. The point is stop fucking over America. We vote for you bastards to have those posh jobs. We vote for you bastards to have all that attention and money and nice houses and $50 socks, okay? So start acting a little fucking grateful. I am sick and tired of entitled politicians. Sick and tired, okay? Just use the real shit on each other and try outdoing each other with good deeds instead. Oh my God, what an idea. Do something for America instead to see if you can get the votes. Oh, wow. What the fuck? You know, instead of trying to undermine each other, it's just pointless. Nobody's ever going to work together. What am I saying? We're all fucking little ego-based, fucking prideful little motherfuckers who just always got to come up on each other, right? Yeah. Always got to outdo each other. Got to be the best, the most popular, the most awesome, the most ultra. What, are we Vin Diesel in the fucking Fast and the Furious? He's always ultra and everything. Triple X, ultra, with the ultra gear and the ultra team and the ultraness. You know? I mean, we can't all be ultra. If we all were, it'd get pretty boring because there'd be nobody to look up to, you know? Oh, maybe you could try looking up to Jesus. There's a concept, but I mean, why would you want to do that? Fuck, no, man. Hell, look up to Joan of Arc. She was pretty damn decent in history. She was decent. She stood for what she believed in, and she created quite a stir. Uh, whether she was delusional or not, I couldn't tell you, but she definitely knew how to stand her fucking ground, I'll tell you that. Of course, I'm sure everybody's going to go, look, she dressed like a boy. It's the first transgender story. Just like Mulan. No. It was required so she didn't have to get raped all the time and she would be taken fucking seriously. That's what happened. Same with old Mulan. So y'all need to get up over that bullshit. The other day, my kitten started going into heat because she's getting older. I got a puppy in the house. The puppy's like, hey, I like the way your butt smells. The kitten's like, yeah, you do. Because she can't get any action off the other cats. They're fixed. Here's the deal, though. I'm sure people would take that and go, oh, look, interspecies, and it's a lesbian thing. No, it's called nature. You know, I don't know. I just, be you. Do who you want to do. But fucking don't let it be your whole identity, bro. Don't let it be. Oh, that's another thing. Okay. As Dylan aptly pointed out, the whole transgender thing is just a part of who Dylan is. Really, Dylan is a theater girl, to quote Dylan. Um, you know, Dylan has this long, however long, career of acting, apparently fairly successfully, because I haven't heard anybody hack on it yet. I haven't bothered to look it up because I don't give a shit. But it brings me back to pride parades, okay? You're on the out in the parade, you're doing your thing, you're loud, you're proud, that's cool. I think I said this in the last video probably. I just don't get why we have to know what each other is doing in the bedroom. I just don't. I'm not a prude. Not by any means. In my younger days, I was worse than Dan Fielding, and I've even been a phone sex operator. I mean, I've been through a lot of things in my life, and I guarantee you, prude, I am not. Oh shit, sorry guys. Anyways, but what I am is somebody who doesn't understand why a sexual identity has to be so consuming. I mean, I get, people have fucked up attitudes about things and stuff like that in life. Granted, That can happen regardless of gender. It can happen because of economics or education or the color of your skin. You know what I mean? It's a very divisive country sometimes. Um, but to make your whole identity, your whole value, your whole worth, your whole sense of self, what's in your boxer shorts, that just seems terribly, terribly tragic to me. And I don't know. I mean, women have spent their lives screaming about being objectified. And now it's like the coolest thing to try to out whore each other. It's not even slutting anymore. It's like acting like outright fucking on the corner whores. We look up to strippers who's made it, like who fuck, I can't think of her name. Black gal. Minaj, Nicki Minaj. I believe she was supposed to have been a stripper previously. From the looks of her, she's probably pretty fucking successful one at that. But, um, you know, I just don't understand. I mean, I think it's great she came up and she made her money and all that. And she's got her fame and shit. But for young girls to want to act like all that is just kind of sad. And I'm not saying you got to be all covered up and conservative. I mean, hell, if I had big tits, I'd be pushing them out there and shooting the cleavage myself. But when I was younger, push-up bras helped with that anyway. But I just think it's really sad that we are in a society where we can't, we haven't evolved enough yet for some reason for everybody to just actually have mutual respect, regardless of gender or sexuality or color or whatever the fuck, age, on it goes. It's just, I have to wonder if other countries are this involved in finding reasons to be better than somebody else or separate themselves from somebody else. Like, you see old people getting forgotten, you see fat people getting ostracized, you see bean poles getting called beanpole, you see effeminate guys being called fag whether they're gay or not, because people are being mean. And um, it just goes on and on, and I'm kind of blown away that we haven't all figured out that maybe we're all just hurtling through this rock in space, and maybe we should all just see ourselves as a bunch of fucking earthlings and try getting along and not need to be ridiculous. Like, why can't people's identities go back to things like he's a baker, she's an artist, that dude's a poet, whatever, instead of all this extra? Why do we all have to look like we're in some sort of weird Star Trek reality? I don't get that, you know. I suppose if we had various kinds of aliens amongst us, that would be one thing, but it all just seems kind of tragic to me that it goes that way. And oh, that's another thing that reminds me. As far as this AI shit goes, and people being like, "Oh my God, they're gonna Terminator us." Do you realize how much separation we all have because of electronics and because of our interest in electronics? And we already raise our children on tablets instead of nannies and things of this nature. We're all hooked to our phones, which I happen to be looking at right now because it's binging at me incessantly. God, why? And oh, it's the Hubs. He's on break time. I gotta send love. There we go. Anyways, oh fuck, I lost my train of thought on that one, didn't I? Yep, I got distracted by my sexy marine. I'm such a marine fangirl. It's a sickness, guys. If there was medication for it, yeah, I would probably need it. I would love to be. No, stop it. Okay. Anyways, yeah, we all just need to be collectively like, earthlings. Not worry about it. Oh, the AI, right. So, the thing is like, if the AI is that much of a companion and that distracting, and people in like, I don't know, China or Japan or some shit are marrying pillows with their favorite celebrity uh, put on the front of them, um, and people marrying like, I don't know, there's weird shows about people doing shit like marrying, what was it, an airplane or something this one gal married? I don't know. Anyway, the thing is like, I think that AI will be a good enough companion and distraction that will just kind of fade into the sunset. Look at all the people who are so lonely they could use a friend or a naughty partner for sexy time. Because if those things do all that shit plus that, humans are gonna like underbreed themselves into extinction. Bet you anything. Um, honestly, the stuff people confess to me on that chat line and the stuff I've experienced in life and the things that people have told me through my life, I don't know. I don't know what we're all fighting for. We all kind of just deserve a giant meteor at this point. I'm hoping that the whole AI thing actually enhances things. I suggest that when the AI starts becoming more prevalent physically, like with bodies and convincing and stuff, um, I think that we're probably going to go through, the AI is probably going to go through the same bullshit that people went through when um, races started mixing and people were like, oh my God, and freaked out, you know? And then the next thing was like the whole gay stuff in the face, you know? I mean, like anything non hetero in the face, and everybody's like, oh my God, you know? Um, there's always, like, women have had to fight for rights, non straight people have had to fight for rights, non white people have had to fight for rights. Um, People in various countries have had to fight for their rights in the same manners, I suppose. Um, but like, uh, I just think that the AI is going to go through that too. I think the AI will become enough of a body count that it's going to come to that. People will be like, "I'll piss ass if you're not biologically born." Like when how people get piss ass between the term cis and whatever. You know, I don't like it either. But um, since those labels have come up and whatnot, I just think that it's going to be like that for the AI at some point because humans we're pretty weird little things, and we have a lot of ego, and that gets in the way of a lot of shit and causes a lot of division. So I can see where people are going to freak out if somebody's like dating or marrying an AI and things like that. I can see where this is going to get really interesting for a minute. Um, I also think that with the devastation of California, they should just go ahead and build an AI city there. Why not? It's a perfect sandbox. I mean, all those houses and everything just need plowed out. You still got all the stuff laid in the ground. Think about it, all that plumbing and wiring would still be underground just right. Your streets are already marked off. Your fire hydrants are still, everything's still there except the structures. All you gotta do is replace the structures, and then you can replace the structures with digital shit, and you could bring in some of the AI um, stuff into it, where it's almost like those kind of like the futuristic houses and stuff in movies, or you'd have physical AI companions running around and doing stuff and all. It would be like it seems like it'd be something very up and coming, very California for California to have that first. You know what I mean? Because I mean, like they're all California's always been known for uh, pushing the envelope, right? The envelope. So why not? Makes sense to me. And we'll see how long it takes before the AIs start bickering about what constitutes queer and straight and all that. Jeez. Anyway, it's kind of funny to me that um, we're becoming concerned with the AI uh, not being as altruistic as we would want, with it having more of the human uglinesses in it somehow. It's kind of funny that we want to create a being that wouldn't dick us over in the way that our average human would. It's kind of I don't know, there's a sad irony or something there. Anyway, I've gone on for days, which I can always do, but I just wanted to get some bullshit off my chest, I guess. I know nobody's watching this because, well, I really don't have, but like, hardly any followers, and um, I guess it's just more for my own edification, I suppose. So once it's on the internet, it's always there. Hey, hey. Speaking of which, POTUS, Elon, not mad at y'all. A little concerned with the way prices could go for a bit because, we're not as well off as y'all. But overall, I am glad you're doing the whole bull in the china shop thing. And I think it's hysterical that you got somebody calling themselves Big Balls. That's fucking hysterical. That's a great moniker. Um, I myself like to say I'm delightfully maladjusted yet lovable. A friend of mine gave me that moniker when I was incarcerated. And I don't know. I think it works. It's like either it could be like an advertisement or a warning, depending on uh, how palpable or unpalatable you find my thoughts, perhaps. But I do think y'all are doing a good job, and I like the people that you've appointed to different things. I've noticed. Um, I think Robert's got quite a climb ahead of him because, to me, the health stuff he's got to go against like old standing nutrition stuff and oh god, big pharma. Oh, and then there's the whole thing with the. I read a book one time that said that a whole bunch of there was like a big huge secret meeting, for lack of better words, where sugar manufacturers, growers got together and they came up with the whole high fructose corn syrup stuff, which actually high fructose corn syrup helps to dehydrate and stuff and cause problems. So it's weird to me that some of the sports drinks have had that in it. But anyway, it's kind of like how, oh God, what shampoo was it back in the late 90s? There was one that smelled just like it had formaldehyde in it. And I don't know if you've ever smelled formaldehyde, but you can't mistake it for something else. I don't know anything else that even smells like it. So it was really weird to me that might be in something that claimed to be all natural. I don't know of any plant that produces formaldehyde. Here, smell this flower. Anyway, um, I am now starting to ramble, so I need to turn this off. I just don't like coming on here too much. So I was trying to think if I had another thought because I've been feeling very ranty lately with some of the stuff I've seen out there. I'm just really sick of people taking shit out of context. I really, really am. And I just really hope that Elon and Trump and everybody can really do a good job. And I hope that all of this tariff game globally that's happening balances itself out. And I really hope that wages go up soon to help people through it and to maybe help the balance. I don't know. I've never been a businessman and I've certainly never been an accountant, and I absolutely suck at math. So I can't really say too much. I know it's a little scary thinking about how high the prices could get, but I'm trying to trust that you as a deal maker and you as somebody who seems to have pretty good understanding of the economy and how people are doing comparatively to um, I feel like most rich people don't really have any idea of what it's like to have to try to pay for almost $4 milk or um, the eggs. Good God, I went looking online at eggs. I saw that like Albertsons and I think it was Safeway for Wyoming, they are starting between $7 and almost $10 a dozen. The almost $10 is because they're large instead of medium eggs. And then like Walmart, 60 egg pack was close to $30, I think. And that was their brand. Um, discount chickens. Anyway, but yeah, they're about 5 and some change for a dozen eggs at Walmart, even of their brand, not even the good shit. Oh, I miss being able to afford my brown eggs. Yeah. especially the cage-free ones, because then it made me feel like less of a bastard for buying eggs instead of just hatching my own. Because like I know that like the industry, the way it treats our food is really god awful. And that's another thing I have to wonder. I have to wonder if all the stress that our food goes through, like the chickens to make our eggs, or like the stuff farm animals go through before they're turned into like meat and stuff. I feel like the way they're treated, that stress and trauma could possibly be going into the meat, um, and then we're absorbing it, and we're all. This is gonna sound so flaky. Like being that we're these creatures of energy, vibrations and stuff, you know. Um, I just can't help but think that it's probably really kind of fucked up for us to be eating such traumatized food, um, morally and spiritually, but physically as well. Not that I'm going to go be a vegetarian, although sometimes I feel like I could be, but every now and again a girl does like a little bacon, so I mean, what are you going to do, right? Um, Turkey bacon, no, that's no. Anyway, yeah, so I really hope that Trump and all of them can really get our shit straightened out, because I just, I don't know, a lot of our food is bullshit. Like, if we're already paying this much for our groceries in the first fucking place, why can't we have the good shit? Do you know that our exact same, okay, McDonald's, okay? McDonald's in America, the food is so bad for you. You go to McDonald's in fucking Europe or somewhere, not nearly as shitty, not nearly many additives and stuff. That company, Cisco, that brings food to a lot of the restaurants, foul. Most of the food isn't even actual food, bro. It's not. It's, I swear to God, look it up. You're going to be so freaked out. And on top of it, I heard something about how the really cheaper burger places are going to start using like bug to expand their product, as opposed to, I guess, I don't know, sawdust or something. Anyway, it's going to be the additive that stretches the meat, which I have to think that's not nearly as bad as some of the stuff they stretch meat with. And the FDA does allow a certain parts per million rat hair, mouse turds, mouse and rat hair, bug legs and stuff, bug parts, into anything that's grain or chocolate. So, I mean, kind of halfway there. Ugh. Don't even get me started on fig Newtons, with the wasp absorbing inside of the fig. So you're eating absorbed wasp when you eat fig Newtons. And I ate a lot of them as a kid. Okay. Dramatic change of thought now. Told you I'm ridiculous and feral. But anyways, and then, okay, say, okay, I'm just going to use this for an example, but I don't know this product exactly. Say you have a box of, like, I don't know, Lucky Charms here in America. There is so much shit added to that, and so much sugar besides preservatives. It's ridiculous. You might as well give your kid a fucking glazed donut in the morning and say, hey, have a nice day at school. You know what I mean? That same box of cereal from the same company sold over in like Germany instead. Yeah, it has way less sugar, way less fake shit in it. It's way more natural, and it's roughly about the same price as here. So why are we paying more to have our food so poisoned? Why do we keep letting them put that red dye back into our food? Oh, because it looks pretty when the juice is proper red instead of whatever that color is they've come up with. It's just not safe, you guys. You don't even, oh my God. If you start looking at so much shit is so gross. Like commercials. If it's hot, it's actually cold. If it's cold, it's actually hot. A lot of times the milk and things is actually like a glue mixture. So it looks so perfect and holds just right. Like when they don't scoop in the bowl and you're like, wow, that's a pristine bowl. Yeah, it's glue. Okay. Strawberries have red lipstick added onto them to look better. Cheese is like put into hot water and like brought out and shaken off and like set on the patty so it looks melted. The patties are actually shellacked after they've been like painted up and stuff. The buns are actually hard and they have like a sealant on them. It's all turned into like basically wax food. It's pretty gross. Like steam is actually made with what's it called? Dry ice. Ooh, the turkey on the commercials when they used to slice it, like the, what is it, Butterball? They slice it and they show the inside and the outside looks so perfect and all this shit. They actually pre-slice that and then they use a curtain steamer to cook that section in the middle because the outside's actually just shellac and stuff. It's what is it, wood stain and things. Yeah. Yes, the lines on the burgers in the commercials are actually seared on with a mechanism that can do that. They're actually cooked. Anyway, took me off track. We eat way too much food that's made to taste like food as opposed to being food. That's why we're all bloated up and cancerous, and kids are running around with attention deficit. No, they're running around high on sugared out cereal, sugared out juice, and then their snack is, instead of the crackers with the cheese, it's cookies with frosting. And oh my God, it comes with sprinkles now. Because, I mean, what's missing from cookies with frosting? But sprinkles. Here, have a soda with that. Have some Kool-Aid with that. Don't go outside and burn it off. I can't imagine why my kid's giggling. Ah! And then you put them on the internet to play crazy shit on there with no consequence, talking to fucking weirdos while they're, freaking out on sugar. And then you wonder why your kid's like, because he's got no guidance and he's gigged out on sugar. I mean, come on. Give me a fucking break. I saw something the other day that said that, was it something about how when we take in sugar, it stops the production of the white, is it the white blood cells? Whatever blood cell it is that gives us our immune system real good. Apparently, sugar cock blocks that from making anything good for like almost an hour if you've had like some pretty good sugar. I don't know how much sugar it takes. It was like some little short I saw. Some guy posted it and I thought, might want to look into that. Anyway, okay, so that's enough ranting, I suppose. But I just want to send blessings to everybody. And I don't know. I guess that's it. That's my rant. I don't know. I'm just really frustrated with the world, and I'm frustrated with all the stupidity, and I'm frustrated with too many people just fucking each other over. Why do we all got to keep fucking each other over? I mean, really, why? I don't get it. But anyway, on that note, I will see you smelly little humans some other time. And Feral Housewife out.